Hey everyone, welcome back to Sobriety for Beginners, because I know that I am only just barely scratching the surface of this, and it's becoming scary. So the other day, everyone's been talking about because right now I'm teleworking, working from home, and been doing it since mid-March, and getting sick of it and ready to go back to work, and the whole I'm ready to go back to work, I'm ready to finally do this, blah blah blah. But the realization kind of kicks in, okay, so now I'm actually gonna go back to deal with people again. I'm gonna go back and have to deal with my boss face to face rather than over instant message or email or whatnot. I'm actually gonna have to start talking with my coworkers again and start conversing with everybody and just getting back to the normal things. And so for me, I always thought I was not cool enough at the parties, you know what I mean? I always needed that liquid courage to kind of get the conversation started. I had social anxiety, I always needed something to kind of help calm my nerves, going in to parties or to work parties, or when you go out with friends and whatnot. So that was always my way of just kind of help calming my nerves, was to have a little bit of a drink, have something to kind of get the lips talking, and so now that I've been cooped up in my house for the last 5 weeks, the talks of everyone starting to kind of come out of their shell, everyone's coming out of their house, times may be coming around that we may be coming back to work, and the realization that I may have to start getting back around these people again, the social anxiety was I don't know. I feel like I'm at a point now that I've got enough sobriety under my belt that I know that drinking's not going to change that. It's not going to help out. It's not going to give me any courage that I need. It's just going to make me a hot mess express. I definitely do know that, but that before was one of my biggest triggers, was that I would drink before I meet people or new people or whatnot, and that was my biggest trigger, was I had social anxiety. So I struggled with that, and so now going back to work after being out for some time may also be a trigger as well. So I don't know, or maybe I'm just putting too much thought into it. Really, maybe I'm just overthinking it, because that's what I do. I overthink everything, put way too much thought into something that doesn't really need it, but that's what I do. So I started thinking about that today, and it was just kind of whoa, I actually have to get dressed and put real clothes on and do my hair and my makeup, and I get back to work, and I'm excited to do that again. I'm excited to get back to it because I want to get back to my schedule. I want to get back to my life, but like I said, the social anxiety can be a little difficult to deal with, so we will see. I just have to know that everyone's going to be happy to be back to work. Everyone's going to be a little skeptical. It's going to be crazy going back, I can guarantee you that. Because nobody's going to know what to do, where to go, how are we going to handle things, how is it, how are we going to sit at work, what is social distancing at work? So it's just going to be interesting. Definitely is going to be. But that was just really good, a fleeting thought that came to my mind today, that I was just boy, I don't know what they're going to do. And it just kind of made me feel a little butterflies in my stomach, a little nervousness in my stomach, and I wanted to talk about it just because that before was another big trigger for me. But I'm good now. I'm 4.5 months in, getting ready to come up on 5 months. Doing pretty good. The other day, my husband, and I were talking about it, and I was I definitely feel this bout of recovery is a much more matured bout of recovery. Last time when I had left rehab, when I left treatment, I had about 2 years in. When I first left there, I was then introduced to the fact that, we have a chemical imbalance in our brains. We have something different in our brains that makes us, an addict. the reason why I can't drink the way that other people drink is because my brain is wired differently than others. And so last time when I left rehab, I think I leaned very heavily on that just because I was like, using that as my excuse. Like, I have a disease and I did this because of my disease and it wasn't my fault and I didn't do it. And the only reason I did that was because of this. And so I shouldn't be held accountable for it, and it was the accountability of it. Because I was blaming the disease, I was blaming the fact that my brain's wired differently. Now it's the acceptance. I can definitely say this round of sobriety is the acceptance of it. I know that my brain is wired differently, and I accept that. And I accept the accountability of what I did because of my miswired brain. It's a much more, like I said, like matured view of my recovery this time, just because I'm not blaming the disease, I'm accepting it. I'm accepting the disease and I'm taking the accountability for it. And so it's just different. Like I said, I feel much better about it this time. So I'm excited, but it's been a good week. Kids are going crazy. Everyone else is going crazy. My husband's driving me nuts. I'm driving him nuts. House is going nuts. Dog's driving me nuts. Everyone's driving me nuts. We're ready to get out. We're ready to go back to work. I'm ready to do my thing. I feel like I'm going to the grocery store like every 5 minutes. Like, oh, did we need butter? I can go back to the grocery store and go get more. Oh, we need more bread? I'll go get some more bread. Let me go to the store. Let me go do this. La, 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 la. I'm ready to get out of my house. I'm ready to go back to normal. So, anyways, I hope everybody else is enjoying their week. It's been a good week. So, I will talk to you in the next one.